Welcome back to my channel, gamers. This is Soul, and today I'm going to bring you a little further along in my Overwatch journey. But I do want to shout out a couple of people before I do that. So first one is Ungamer. He's one of my subscribers that spends a little bit of time in the stream, was able to take some time out yesterday and jump into the firing range with me and show me some tips and tricks on Lucio. And then also spent some time giving me some feedback on how I was using Lucio, and I thought that was pretty cool. So definitely wanted to throw a shout out to that. And then same with Candy Bar. Candy Bar is another subscriber that spent a lot of time analyzing my gameplay and just providing feedback that's not only made the game more enjoyable, but made me better at playing the game, which I think makes it more enjoyable for my teammates. And then lastly, you've seen my boy Jaeger in some of the videos. He spent a lot of time. He's the one that actually convinced me to get the game, and spent a lot of time playing with me, knowing that my skill level's not quite there. He never gets frustrated. He just always tries to help improve my experience of the game. And then his friend Maddie as well has spent a lot of time in games with me. So big kudos to all those folks. So moving along, let's talk about my experience in competitive. So based off my prior gaming knowledge, I really thought I was going to be going into some lobbies that had, more noobs like myself and or bots, and I would be in the low-level ranks of bronze. And boy, was I excited to get there. I was thinking to myself, playing pubs with some of the folks that I've played with. Some have been Grandmaster in the past. I just felt like the matchmaking was a little bit higher than my skill level and wasn't really giving me an opportunity to learn. Although I was having fun, I definitely wanted to be able to hone in on my skills. So fast forward to my very first match. Oh boy. So I do got to shout out. My tank was extra good in this match, and I felt really bad that I didn't pull my weight. You'll see the gameplay in the background. I made a couple of good plays throughout the game, but there was definitely some positioning issues that I had and some plays that didn't go my way, and I think that really contributed to the game ending the way that it did and in a really heartbreaking defeat. So that was pretty rough. We also had one of our DPS heroes that were in there that also did a really outstanding, fantastic job. And again, felt the same way, like, I really let that team down. Now, my experience, though, kind of changed from there. So I had asked about halfway through the game, is this bronze level lobbies? And the responses that I got really led me to believe that I was the only noob that was in the lobby. A couple people said that they were in platinum. A couple people said that they were gold. Nobody said that they were in bronze or silver. I did get the feedback a little bit that they were in their placement games right now, which I was unaware of up until this point. Again, probably didn't do enough research. I called my boy Jaeger on the phone afterwards and just asked him, like, how does this happen? And he was able to explain to me the comp system a little bit better. But going into it, I really thought that I was going to have my skill level playing the game, and we were going to be able to kind of learn together. And that's what I was expecting going into comp. Now that I know that I've got to play these placement games, I definitely will try, but I know that I'm going to end up in lower level lobbies anyway, so it kind of feels like it's a waste of time, especially after completing 50 wins, which was 100 games, to really get into the game and learn. I am really hoping that in my next video I can come back and say, hey, I learned a lot and this was the best way to go about it. But right now I'm really feeling like lower level lobbies would have done me a little bit better, at least for a few games, so I could try to learn and implement some of the things that I've had feedback on and really just spend time learning the game and enjoying it. Again, I will reiterate, it was still a lot of fun, but I'm definitely one of those gamers that doesn't want to grief other gamers that might be in higher level lobbies that are really trying to make those placements. I know for me, when I'm playing Apex, it's not a lot of fun if I hit a diamond lobby and suddenly I have somebody that's in gold or silver. I start to question how are they even in my lobbies, and vice versa. There's times where, I'll end up with a Masters and it's the start of the season and I'm in gold and it just doesn't make sense. In this case, I really felt like that kind of griefed my teammates a little bit. Again, especially my tank, who, if looking at their stats and looking at the way they were playing, they had a phenomenal game and really should have been a win for them. And I really felt like my gameplay hurt their experience. And I don't think that's the best way to meet other gamers. And I definitely don't think that's the best way to be introduced to a game. So I will leave you with this. That was my first experience in competitive / ranked. And although it was fun, and I did have a lot of fun, it was hard playing against some players that understand the game, that have been in the game and have played Overwatch 1 in the past and really understand what's going on. It was a little bit less fun for me. The second piece to that, again, I'll reiterate, it just kind of left me feeling a void of, I kind of griefed other gamers is what it felt like. And I know the game was the one that put me in to those lobbies, but you still have that a little bit of guilt on that side where, you'd like to see some good players move on based off of, their gameplay in game, and they were really crushing it. So, kudos out to my tank and kudos out to my one DPS player that was absolutely crushing it. So going forward, I'm still going to play competitive. I got to build up that confidence. The other piece I've really got to learn is how to get into the voice lobbies. I was trying to get in last night. I was having a hard time, or at least maybe some of my teammates weren't coming in. But as I learned that, I know communications is going to be key. Last thing I'm going to leave you with is feel free to roast my gameplay. I'm okay with that. I'm not looking for trolls or a lot of negativity, but there's definitely plays that I go back and I look that I could have done better, and I would definitely like to hear from you gamers. So leave a couple of comments down below. I do appreciate the feedback, and hopefully I can highlight a few other gamers in my future videos, but I will continue to put out my journey as I go through it, and I hope you folks like the content. If you'd like to see something different, definitely leave me a comment down below telling me what you would like to see, and I will make that happen. So until next time, gamers, I hope to see you in the arena. Have fun and have a wonderful day.